Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to be here with you sincerely. I regard it as a privilege to be in your presence and have the opportunities to share with you insights and lessons and inspirations of a lifetime that spans 83 years. I was born in 1941. In a day and a half, I'll be 83 exactly. And I've had the privilege of serving as a clinical psychologist in the state of California since 1974. And I got to meet so many incredible people, the most beautiful human beings I've ever met. The title of today's presentation is How to Achieve True Satisfaction and Contentment. How to achieve true satisfaction and contentment. First of all, go for your dream. Go for your dream. That's the only way to have no regrets. Regret is the opposite of contentment and satisfaction. Go for the dream. Whether that's a romantic relationship, education, a business enterprise, moving to an unknown place, whatever it is, go for the dream. You'll never regret going for it. You will regret someday if you don't, regardless of the outcome. That's the first step I want to tell you in terms of how to achieve true satisfaction and contentment. The path I'm going to tell you is a path to self-actualization, fulfillment, peace, satisfaction, and contentment is going to be a wonderful experience for you. It's wonderful. To the extent you actualize your potential, you live up to what you're capable of doing, that's an essential step of the journey. And to feel that you've added real value to your own life, to your loved ones, and to society. To the extent that you feel you've added substantial, real value to your own life, the lives of your loved ones, and you've added to society. You've added value to society, to the advancement of civilization. That's essential for you to feel contentment and true satisfaction. Absolutely essential. If you don't add that value and live up to your potential, you cannot possibly achieve contentment or true satisfaction. It's not possible. Impossible. You have to feel that you led a life of virtue, basically of honor. When you know that you're behaving honorably, you've committed yourself to this path, this enhances the probability that you're going to feel contentment, satisfaction. The way of honor, I have a very well-developed system that's been inspired by in me over the years by the Spirit. Reciting the 4 commandments of honor 3 times a day. 4 commandments of honor are these. I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality, my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. And then the 4th commandment is either one of 2. If you believe in God as I do, God, your wish is my only wish, or I seek always to serve my highest value. So I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality, my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. And then either God, your wish is my only wish, or I seek always to serve my highest values. And you want to commit yourself to doing that for a lifetime. It only takes 8 seconds of time. You can be driving, you can be taking a shower, you can be doing whatever. It's very easy to do that. So when you commit yourself to that in a sincere way, you will achieve contentment and satisfaction in your life. You must follow that. And then you want to increase the probability you're going to use that. So I have what I call the bridge from honor to reality. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? Don't seek happiness. That might seem really strange for me, a psychologist, an 83-year-old man, saying, don't seek happiness. Seek honor, and all things will be added unto you. Happiness will come. That's the foundation of true happiness, is honor. You'll be more resilient. You'll achieve more wisdom. You'll achieve more compassion. And you'll have more contentment and satisfaction in your life. It's hard to feel content and satisfied if you define what's happened to you in your life from the point of view of a victim. Now, I'm not saying there's no such thing as a victim. There is. But 99% of the time, we've co-created the issue. If you really look at it, somebody may have triggered it. They may have started the problem. But if we add to it, we're co-creating it. So if we're blaming people, it's impossible to achieve contentment. We just feel I'm a victim. This was done to me. It'll eat you up to the end. Now, when we take responsibility for co-creating, we don't beat ourselves up about it. We empower ourselves that way. We say, I co-created. I'm going to unco-create. I'm not going to do this again. Or you take the one, I'm grateful for the power I gained from hardship. We all go through trials and tribulations, crisis, setbacks, failures. If we say, well, I got stronger from this. I learned a lot of lessons. It's helped me become wiser, more compassionate. So that's then you removed another impediment to contentment and satisfaction. So the path involves removing the impediments, the obstacles, the blockages, and adding positive energy towards the manifestation of contentment and satisfaction. To achieve the deepest satisfaction in the most profound contentment, you must have a strong sense of purpose in your life. For most people, and I've talked to thousands of people on this subject, and for most people, their purpose in their lives is honor and family. Honor and family. And I'm defining honor as loyalty to your highest constructive values as enshrined within the 4 commandments of honor, while striving to cause no harm physically or emotionally. On the way to manifesting your potential and fulfilling the purpose in your life, you want to have goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. And to the extent you can structure it, you're writing it down. You might say, by this time I want to have this achieved, or this time I want to have that achieved. You want to be very specific of the goals, because those goals will take you towards the fulfillment of the purpose. So there's a series of goals on the way to your destiny, to your calling in life. To the extent you're fulfilling your purpose, then you're fulfilling your destiny. If you don't know what your purpose is, you won't live to your highest calling. But to proceed in life, to succeed in achieving that contentment and satisfaction, you want to make plans, knowing that sometimes those plans don't work. When you make the plan, you plan, at some point you jump in, and be assured you will mess it up. We all will mess it up, but then we clean it up. Plan, jump in, mess it up, clean it up. That's the secret to moving along towards achieving what really matters to you in life. You have to be willing to take the risk, jump in, go for the dream, plan first as best you can, knowing those plans may not, life has many surprises. You plan, jump in, mess it up, you can't, that's inevitable. Clean it up. Now be focused. It takes discipline. It takes passion towards what really matters in you, what matters for you. You have to be passionate about it. To really achieve anything of value, you have to live, breathe, eat, and sleep and think about it, whether it's becoming a world champion in any form of athletics, or finding your significant other, or getting the position you want, a job, or getting a business launched? How badly do you want it? You have to be able to sustain failure. The road to success is paved with failure. The road to success is paved with failure. It's one thing to fail at what you're doing, but not defeated. Failure is good. Defeat, you don't want to feel defeated by it. You realize that failure, come back another time. Step up again. Getting knocked down, there's no shame in it. The key is get up as quickly as you can and get back on the path. Because that's how you're going to achieve the satisfaction and contentment in life. That's really doable. It's not as elusive as happiness. Contentment and satisfaction is truly achievable in your lifetime. Truly. Doable. So walking the path of honor, very doable. Takes some courage to go for the dream. It does take some courage. But you can do this. You can do it. It's in you. Arise to the struggle. There's no such thing as achieving this without going through struggles, without facing struggle. And those struggles have to do with dealing with setbacks, failures, losses. But through the commandments of honor, you'll add a positive, constructive perspective. Wisdom is integrating your joys and your sorrows, your gains and your losses into a constructive perspective. You will achieve wisdom. You already have. But you're going to go further into the realms of wisdom. And that will take you to a clear picture of what really matters. You'll be able to laugh at the setbacks. You'll be able to laugh at the struggles you're going through and have been through. Of course, being able to laugh at yourself, period, is a good thing on this journey. Being able to laugh at yourself is very healthy. It's a path to fulfillment, of actualization, and really peace of mind. So I've laid out the path for you. I'm telling you something that's doable. In my own life, I have a video called The Power of Failure. I just talked about all my failures, and there were whoppers. And each one led to something better. As the saying goes, one door closing, another door opening. I've had so many doors close on me. And tremendous good came out of it. Enormous good. I've had failures in every area of life. Economics, educationally, relationship, you name it. I have failed in those areas. But also, by every metric of success, I'm very successful. But I can tell you, I have failed in every area of life that matters. I'm telling you this for a reason, because I don't want you to be discouraged by your own failures, your own setbacks, the uncertainties of life. It takes courage, you walk into it. It's been my pleasure, my privilege to present this to you. I want to open this up for all of you wonderful, lovely people to comment or ask questions. Keep in mind that your comments, your questions are as important or even more important than what I'm saying, because people, when they hear you, feel less alone in their struggles in life and feel part of a wonderful community. I hear that all the time from our people, all the time. So, without any further ado, I'd like to invite you to please speak up, unmute yourselves, and say whatever you'd like to say. And just tell me your first name when you're speaking.
Failure can lead to success, but it's not pleasant going through the failure, is it?
Yeah. So he was saying failure can lead to success, but it's not pleasant. Failure setbacks, loss doesn't feel good at the moment. Certainly doesn't. You tell yourself when you're in it, one thought you could use, it's a derivative of the commandment of honor. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. A couple of derivatives. One is, I hope to come back much stronger than ever. I hope to come back much stronger than ever. So when you're in that failure, you're going through something, you're feeling terrible about it, you add to it, I hope to come back much stronger than ever. The other one you want to use, another derivative of that commandment of honor. What's the best true story I can tell myself about this problem? What's the best true story I can tell myself about this problem? And I've told certain stories that I've seen with people going through horrible things, and once we told the best true story about what they were going through, they were happy about the situation. I've told many of them, many of them. One of the ones people like a lot is this big guy, macho guy, came all tattered up to the neck. He's a roughneck, worked in the oil fields, comes and said, Doc, I've lost everything. My wife left me. I said, oh my God, that's rough. He said, yeah, she left me for another man. I said, oh, that's even tougher. She said, yeah, she took my kids. I don't even know where they are. Oh, these are tragedies. As man to man, I feel compassion for you. He said, in addition to that, I was so stressed I couldn't work. I lost my house. So, this is a full catastrophe. I said, what if I told you there's the best true story I can tell you about your situation? There'll be dignity, nobility, and honor to your life. He looked at me like I wasn't speaking English to him, like he couldn't even believe it. I said, you ready for it? He said, I'd like to hear what that is. I've lost everything, but I've gained myself. He looked at me. It was amazing. His face went from like so tense, and you could just see he really wanted to cry, but he was blocking it. He just started getting illumined. His face started lighting up. He said, I've gained myself. In fact, when he walked out, the last thing he said to the secretary was, you know, I've lost everything, but I've gained myself. Still didn't have his wife, his kids, his house. But that bad feeling from the loss was balanced by also a very constructive perspective of it, by telling himself the best true story about the problem. It's doable. So you can transform that bad feeling that you're going to get from failure into a good feeling for a while. I mean, the bad feeling may come back, but you have that, but also the good feelings there. So you have both feelings now. Good question, Hugh. Thank you.
How about medical failures?
Well, medical failures is that thing. Somebody can have a heart attack. Well, heck, I had a heart attack when I was 61. And I had prostate cancer 65. But when I had the prostate cancer, I took the title strongest drug-free man in the world for my age and weight with the prostate cancer. Then fortunately I had the surgery and didn't spread, and I'm here today. That was when I was 65. But also there was a gain. In fact, when the doctor said, you tested positive for prostate cancer, my face went numb and I said, Doc, that's great. He said, what? I said, that's great. I said, this prostate cancer will make me stronger, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Oh man, he was shocked. I walked outside and I saw this clouds, the sky, the trees, the birds. I saw it more than I ever did before. People going by, I felt so much love for everybody. I just wanted to talk to them. To me, they were family. I knew in their mind I'm a stranger, but they weren't strangers to me. I felt that connection. So I'd already gained enormously from it. But my face did go numb for, about 10, 15 seconds. But the gain was, it could be done. So there are ways to deal with the failure that, or the setback, whether it's medical, legal, or whatever, that will add actually dignity to your life and honor, and shows the greatness of your spirit. True greatness. You will achieve this. Following the path that I'm talking to you about, you will manifest true greatness. And I'm sure many of you already have. You'll add even more. Anybody else have something you'd like to ask or say?
Dr. Nerenberg, this is Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, good to see you.
Yeah, same here. I did want to say that I agree. I feel like when there's challenges, you do come back stronger because the gain is always, you grow when you're uncomfortable, right? So when you're going through these challenges, you do grow as a person, and that's how you come back stronger. You don't come back the same. You come back a better version of yourself.
Well, I've seen that in your life, Nancy. You're a living example of that. When you texted me out, you've dealt with some really serious setbacks. And if you believe in God, it will bring you closer to God. In fact, one of the derivatives that I have for the, what I call the warrior's commandment of honor, I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. Another derivative is, God, I'm extremely grateful for the gift of trials and tribulations that bring me closer to you. It will bring you closer to God. In fact, if you don't even believe in God, it will bring you more in contact with your highest values, because it's going to tell you what your real priorities, what really matters to you in life. It will elevate you. The key is to be grateful when you're in the middle of it, not just looking back. I've witnessed you doing that, Nancy. You are a warrior. Yeah, thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Anybody else have something? This is wonderful. This helps other people hearing this. Other people have something you want to add or say or ask, please do so.
Hi, doctor. It's Emily.
Oh, hey, Emily.
Hi.
Good.
I
Hi.
can't talk much. My throat is still messed up.
No, you sound fine. You sound good.
I just wanted to say I really liked the message today. I just feel like it just is validating a lot of feelings that I've been having lately about moving forward with my life and having the courage. Like you mentioned courage, and I had just wrote something down the other day after hearing somebody talk about having the courage to go after like your dreams and your destiny. So it's just very aligned with, experiences that I've had recently. And I'm just grateful for your message. So I just wanted to let you know that. Thank you so much.
Well, Emily, you're a very aware person, a very deep person, a very real person, and committed to your destiny, to pursuing what really matters to you. You're a person that can keep your priorities straight, and you're a giver. You give all you have, love, effort, everything. Good will continue to always come to you, Emily. I know what's happened to you in your work life, what happened there. And I see you dealing with it really constructively, honorably. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, doctor.
You're welcome, Emily. Who else would like to say something, ask something, because you're going to be helping everybody here?
Hi, doctor. This is Nancy Sanchez. How are you?
Nancy, good.
So I just wanted to add, I think it's like a perfect time, right? I think now that we are away from work and we can evaluate not only our mental and emotional health, but our careers. And, I think that's something that's really important. And now is the time to kind of do it. I know I've been thinking about different stuff too. And so I just thank you for your words of encouragement. It's not every day that you can go to someone and they'll encourage you, and you're dealing with different things, anxiety, depression, fears and all these different things. And just hearing the positive coming out and just listening to it, it's really peaceful. And again, it's really encouraging. So thank you for that.
You're welcome, Nancy. Having time out, some people just reach a point where they say, I can't handle it anymore at work. I just can't take it. I'm not going to put up with anyone, and take some time out on disability. And that's really a time to evaluate. But some people, it's the first time in 20, 30 years they've had a time out to really look at what their lives are about. And you want to keep in mind, a job is something you do from 9 to 5 to pay your bills. You've got to do that to survive. But a career is a job that you really enjoy. But now a calling is a career you would do for free if you could afford to. And a destiny, why, that's a calling you would actually pay to do if you could afford to do it. When I meet with so many of my wonderful people that I see every day, it's really a destiny. Heck, I would pay to meet the people I talk to if I could afford to. These are just wonderful, lovely people. So for me, it's It's a privilege. I don't consider that's certainly not a job, not a job at all. It's not even a career. It's beyond that. And that's what you want to pursue in your life. Something, if you can, pursuing a calling or a destiny. Very good point, Nancy. Totally right on.
Thank you. Now, is it your birthday today? I saw messages.
Well, it's close. It's going to be Thursday. I'll be 83. Yeah.
Oh, I think we all want to wish you happy birthday.
Well,
I'm sure others want to say it too.
Well, thank you so much. You know, making it to 83 is very significant for me, more than any other birthday, because my father died at 64. My sister died at 74. My mother died at 82. So, and that's my nuclear family. So, going beyond my genetic inheritance is very, very meaningful to me. And it's a miracle that I'm here. I mean, I almost wasn't here a number of times. So I'm very grateful. And that's an achievement. I get a lot of enjoyment just knowing that I hit that number Thursday at 6 a.m.
There's about 90 people on the call right now, so I'm sure we're all happy to have you.
Well, thank you. And I'm so happy to be here. You have no idea. You know, if I had died, I had a massive heart attack at 61. If that had killed me, I wouldn't have manifested my potential. I would not have manifested the whole honor system. It was in progress. So could say God had a purpose for keeping me here. I mean, I like to say, in some way, I didn't really know what I was doing until I was 70. Mm-hmm. So it took a while for me to catch on. I mean, I did some good before that, don't get me wrong. And I was always a decent guy. But I didn't profoundly know what I was doing until I was 70. Now what I know and what I can help people and guide people in far surpasses what I could do before I was 70. Far.
Well, thank you so much, and may you have many more.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Who else would like to ask or say something?
Rachel.
Rachel. Good.
Yeah. So for both Nancys, I actually have you know how what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I'm an LVN that went through the craziness of COVID.
Oh my God.
And questioning the medical industry, all of that, doubt, saw all the crud, to the point where it actually coming out of it and basically working in like space gear and tents and stuff like that, I ended up driving myself to go and further my career. So now I'm in an RN program because I felt like I can still make a difference in a way that, for me, the lack of compassion that we see today, I can bring forth in my care that I do already, but in a higher capacity.
See, that's the best true story about a really, really traumatic situation. That whole COVID thing, what was happening in the hospitals. I mean, there being trailers there just to put all the dead bodies in. So that's truly the best true story of what happened. Excellent. That's excellent, excellent, excellent. You'll be an RN. You know, one of my patients, she works at Kaiser. She borrowed $90,000 to become an RN, and she's finishing up, I think, October or November. $90,000. So she works weekends, and is $90,000 in debt. But she went for the dream, and she's so happy. She's so glad she went for it, and she has to really study, struggle to get to make it, to pass the exams and so forth. But there's no regret. Whenever I've talked to her, she says, "I'm so glad I did this," and I encourage her to do that. You know, I had a patient once, Michael. And so Michael hadn't gone to college, but he was a great intellectual. I mean, unbelievable. He used to work at UPS. I said, "Michael, you're an intellectual." He thought I could use his name. He said, he gave me permission. I said, "You should be Dr. Trejo." Well, the bottom line is 10 years later, he invited me to his graduation for his Ph.D. I mean, he went for it. He went for it. So I've seen people do just amazing things. I know I had one person years ago, came over from Mexico. I think they came over undocumented, eventually became a citizen, also worked at UPS. Came here, he supported his mother, his stepfather, his sister, learned the language, first of all, supported them, went to nursing school, got his RN, and had a great job, I think, in the prison system, and then he went somewhere else after. Great job as a nurse, and he went for the dream. He went for that dream. It was amazing. And there's many stories like that. People come over here who really go for it. Many. Amazing people. Amazing. I had one person, she was DACA. She was, I guess they brought her over as a baby or something, so she wasn't a citizen. She graduated summa cum laude at UCLA. She had to worry about being deported because at that time they were really looking into a lot of deportations. But she achieved becoming summa cum laude at UCLA from those beginnings. People go for the dream. Unbelievable. Nothing but admiration and respect. And these things are possible for them and for you, for each one of you going for the dream. That way there's no regrets. You want to live your life so there won't be any regrets. You don't want to look back and say, I wish I had married so-and-so, or I wish I had gone to school, or I wish I had started my own business. You don't want to be doing that. Go for it. I will say about myself, with all my failures, I always went for it. Oh, always went for it. I'm so happy I did, and I do. Well, it's been my privilege, truthfully, really a privilege for me, privilege, to present to you how to achieve true satisfaction and contentment. Thank you so much for being here with me.
The sea of destiny is in your deepest struggle. God's will and mine be one, and I wish you well. You are co-creator, respectfully real. There's a way in the valley that turns weakness to steel. We're known through all eternity. From strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. We wish nobody harm, have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow. I pledge my love all the days of my life. I pledge my soul to all that is good. I pledge my heart to my brothers and sisters who I join in the light, leave a legacy of honor. We're known through all eternity. From strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. somehow have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow.